And now I want us to talk about how to overcome addiction. Now, you know that addiction is a neurological disorder that affects the brain. In fact, it's a chronic disease that happens in the brain. It can be any form of smoking, whether weed, marijuana, tramadol, cocaine, or it can be pornography, or even drugs, or even alcohol. It affects the middle part of the brain. And you know the brain has many nerve cells which communicate. So as you become addicted to these things, it releases a hormone called dopamine, and that hormone causes you to be high. And when you are high, you will feel relaxed. So anytime you want to be high again, or you want to feel that kind of experience, it will let you, or your brain will keep on asking you for more of the drugs. And as the brain adapts to taking the drugs, you will think you are okay. Meanwhile, you are not. Now, addiction goes a long way. Now, you become addicted to something just because you think you will be okay with that. Now, have you thought of being okay without taking these drugs? As the people of Ghana will say, meaning that it will destroy your brain. Your thinking ability will be destroyed, and you will always be thinking about the drugs and the alcohol and the pornography that you're watching. So one main effect of taking drugs or taking alcohol is that it will lead to a lot of diseases. It can be kidney failure, it can be lung cancer, it can even affect your red blood cells, which affects your intake of air. You can't be able to take air. Now, when you're addicted by pornography, it decreases your chance of loving your partner when you're in a relationship, because you will think that people are more to be used than to be loved, just because you are falling in love with the victim. So one effect of all that I've said is that you know that after all the diseases and stuff, it can lead to death. Now let's look at how to overcome these addictions. Now, one, what you will need to do is that, you know, some people keep them secretly for watching pornographic materials and for also taking drugs and taking alcohol. But one thing you need to know is that the more you keep them secret, the more its power becomes high. So kindly open up to some people. Open up to, it can be your parents, it can be your friends, but the trusted person. Tell someone about the condition, about the secrecy of what you are doing, the addiction. Because when you open up to people, it loses the power of making it worse and worse. By so doing, you can be able to stop. You can see a doctor or a nurse or anyone to advise you about those things. Now, what you need to do again in order to avoid these addictions is that you need to always associate yourself with people. You don't have to be alone somewhere and be thinking. No. The more you are being alone, the more your mind will be thinking about those things and will put you in that act, or put you in that stage for you to watch the pornographic materials again. So always try to mingle yourself with people and try to keep yourself busy and not being alone. And the last and the most important thing is, can you keep on praying about it? Keep on praying for God to be able to cut it off, because addiction is both physical and spiritual. So get to pray and keep your Bibles with you and let God help you with it. And by so doing, you can be able to stop addiction. Kindly stop addiction, because it will ruin your life forever. Thanks for listening to me. Shalom.